more breaking news coming in. Home Minister Amit Shah has made a big statement, and he said that the BSF's concept of being a border force will now change and it will expand. Take a listen.
कहीं कच्छ का दुर्गम रेगिस्तान है, सर्करिक और हरामी नाले की दलदली जमीन है, कहीं राजस्थान के रेत के टीलों के बीच में 50 डिग्री टेम्परेचर के बीच में आपको काम करना पड़ता है। मैं अभी सांचू गया था, तो जब कैंप पर पहुंचा तो 46 डिग्री टेम्परेचर था। सांचू गया तो तपे हुए टीलों में 50 डिग्री तक टेम्परेचर, और कहीं कश्मीर की बर्फीली चोटियों पर सुंदरवन के जंगलों के बीच में गंगा सागर के किनारे से लेकर मेघालय और आसाम के पहाड़ी और वन क्षेत्रों तक बीएसएफ ने 6 दशकों में फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस का अपना दायित्व बहुत अच्छे तरीके से उठाया भी है, निभाया भी है, और इसके लिए 2000 जवानों ने अपना सर्वोच्च बलिदान दिया।
All right, so big statement by the Home Minister on crackdown of infiltration. My colleague Ajay Chandyal with us on the broadcast to give us more on this. Ajay, the border security forces are India's first line of defense. And of course, what's been mentioned is that the BSF's role is going to be changed. It's going to expand rather. What information do we have on that front?
See, what we have seen that the nation and the world have seen that how bravely BSF troops on the line of control from Kashmir to the other part of the country in border, whether it is the Kutch or Bikaner, or if you talk about Punjab or Rajasthan, everywhere they have they have ensured that the country's border remains safe, and more than 2,000 BSF personnel have they have attained martyrdom while fighting for the nation, and they have ensured that the nation's border cannot be touched by anyone else. That is why Home Minister Amit Shah was clearly saying that from minus 45 to plus 45, this is what BSF is doing for the nation, and the states which basically at the border, nation's border, where BSF have been deployed, they are ensuring that no one could touch the border, boundaries of the border, and that's why he appreciated BSF and says that in last 6 decades they have secured the border of the countries, and also they have while sacrificing their life, they have ensured that enemy's nefarious plan of disturbing peace in the country and pushing in drugs, weapons, that they have foiled.
All right, Ajay, also tell us, of course, that the Home Minister has made these statements, something has already been there in the pipeline. What information do we have on that front? What exactly do we know, and what is in the implementation process as we speak?
See, as far as the border, secure borders are concerned, we have seen that how this smart fencing system and the other, anti-drone system, other things have been deployed on the border to strengthen the BSF as well as the border of the country. And this is basically a robust system which basically protect, country's border from enemies' nefarious plan, because nowadays the challenge is not only the human infiltration, but there are, attempt from across by the drone, by the other means as well. So that is why, with the passage of time, and, authorities in the country is ensuring that the border has to be saved from all the threats which could, which could arise in the coming days as well. So that's why these kind of plans have been, set here in the Jammu and Kashmir and other part of the country as well.
Right, absolutely. Ajay, thank you so much for sharing all those details with us. We're in fact being joined by Mr. Rajesh Bhargav, former IG of the BSF. So thank you for your time speaking to us on NewsX. And like my colleague Ajay was saying, the challenge is not just human infiltration, technology is also advanced. With that being said, how critical does this step then become?
First of all, I would say that the BSF is the most important face of the government in the border area. It's the most important. All other like police or custom or these, they are not all that effective as far as the security of the country is concerned. I would say that earlier the BSF was having its mandate for about 15 kilometers from the border area in Punjab, Assam, Bengal, and in some areas it was 50 kilometers, in some areas it was 80 kilometers, in some places it was the entire state. But now the area was increased to 50 kilometers along the border. So that means the area of operation or area of responsibility got multiplied by 3. But the resources of the BSF were not as commensurate as were required. Now, one thing that I would say is, now in the last about 10 years, the overall scenario in the border area has changed because of the induction of technology on the other side as well as in our own side. Now, the Pakistan, earlier it used to send infiltrators, smugglers or arms, ammunition through only, they used to throw it across the fencing. But now the induction of drones has changed the complete scenario in the border area. And then earlier it was 15 kilometers. Now these drones can travel much beyond, much in depth, up, and the BSF is required to intercept them. But we are not equipped for that. We have little bit of, say, you can say some of the Jawans, some dogs, they have been trained to hear the noise of the drone so that they can indicate which side is the drone. But that is not sufficient. It is just a stopgap arrangement that we are trying to do, or we are trying to somehow try to save our face. The main requirement is to equip the BSF with the latest technology, train our men, train our officers to deal with such technological infiltration in our border area. Number one, this is the requirement of technical requirement of for the BSF. Now the biggest challenge for the BSF at the moment is the morale of the troops, morale of the officers, morale of the SOs. I know there are a number of officers, they have not got their promotion, desired promotion in the last 25, 26 years. I know that some of the officers, they got recruited or they joined the BSF in 1997, but they are still at the rank of 2IC, that is, they got only 2 promotions in those 27, 28 years. Similarly, in the Jawans, earlier there used to be Lance Nayak and